Morning. Another beautiful day out here in the neighborhood. We start my morning walk. So I've been thinking, how do you change an organization, sort of a direction? And this can apply to a business, church, government, police department. Possible. How is that? How do you do that? Once upon a time, in a land far away, I was appointed the chief of police and public safety director, a place called Burnsville, Minnesota, small suburb just south of the Twin City area. Police department had about 25 members, I think. My first job as a chief. But my boss had an idea that I didn't have, and that was, well, why don't we make public safety officers? Can we do that? Why don't we combine police and fire? There's not a lot of police work out here, and why not combine those functions? And I thought, well, maybe that's worth looking into. So I read up on this and went out to California, Sunnyvale, and looked at their police and fire combination, their integrated public safety department, and another one in Michigan, and came back and said, yeah, I think this is doable. So we had, about 25 cops, I think it was, and we had to settle a new idea. And that it wasn't easy. People had their own ideas about what it was to be a police officer and what it was to be a firefighter, and some of that didn't fit very well with how they saw things. So we said we'd try it out, and those that couldn't buy into the new vision, we said, well, okay, we'll give you a good recommendation. Good luck. But those that stayed, made, I think, some history at the time. One of the few departments in the United States that required a 4-year college degree. Used the blazer uniform, non-military uniform. And I learned how to be a firefighter. But it was a constant process of, telling and selling and persuading. And the new ideas always come hard. And, we had to reevaluate our role and our vision as to what we were going to be, what we wanted to be. We talked about professionalism, about conduct, about treating people. That was all very important. So today, I think our nation's police are going to be asked to evaluate themselves, to say, let's take a look at the job you're doing here. Some people are angry at you. They want to defund you. Some places they want to eliminate you and replace you with something else. Or maybe if you're a city department, replace you with a county department or a new county department, as they did in Camden, New Jersey. And also, the level of trust seems to be mighty, mighty low today between people of color and police. And that's really sad. So that's got to be rebuilt. So I think there's got to be some changes. Can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. We can't allow police officers to sort of form their own idea of what they're supposed to do. I mean, that's the job of leaders, in consultation with those whom they lead. The vision I have would be that you take a day off. You ask the county, hey, would you guys and gals come over here and take calls in our city? We need to sit down for a day or two and we need to talk through this, and we'd be happy to do the same thing for you after we're done. And then go through a small group process and really sharing what it is to be a police officer in a free and democratic society. How are we different from an authoritarian state? I think it's pretty simple. Authoritarian police, non-democratic countries, they're to be feared. You don't do what they say, you're going to get beat up or put in jail. And I don't know about you, but that's not the way I want our country to be run. So I think there's probably a lot more concurrence out there amongst the ranks, the men and women who police our cities, as to what needs to be done. There's a lot of fear out there. There's fear that the people they police don't like them anymore, are not supporting them and trusting them, maybe even wanting to harm them. How do we bridge that gap? I think there's ways to do that. We can learn to work with one another, talk with one another. I keep on saying nobody lives, who's got a family, I don't care what kind of neighborhood you live in. Could be the most disruptive neighborhood, and you've got the same goal as, hey, you want to be crime-free, you don't want your stuff stolen, you don't want your kids beat up. So you want to have peace in your neighborhood. And the question is, how can citizens working with their police do that? I think it's possible. It's a reimagining. It's a reimagining about what we could be. And I've had this dream for many, many years. They're kind of like social workers in blue. They have to be armed in this society, unfortunately, because everybody else has got a gun. Wouldn't it be nice if that wasn't the case? To help people, to be paragons of justice and the American way, to be good, honest people, problem solvers, high emotional intelligence, respectful to everybody, committed to peace, justice, and the American way. That's my dream. Every successful organization has got a dream that they're pursuing. What's the dream in your organization? What does it look like? How do you talk to others about it? Do you hold that dream in your heart? Because if you do, you can make that dream a reality. God bless you as we go forward. Yes, we in America, we shall overcome. God bless you.